Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream tonight. We got Fred and Lisa. Hello, Fred and Lisa. Sana is here early today. Hello, Robert. How are you? Of course, Meg is here because she's on the screen. Hello, Lori. Hello from Wisconsin. Lori's out there. Richard. Hello, Charlie. How you doing? Mike is here. Hi, Mike. Peter and Melinda talked to Peter yesterday on the phone. They are here. They made their final payment for the Princess Cruise yesterday.
Yeah.
How are you? Felicia, how you doing? Charlie is here. He will be in Iceland this time next week. That is fantastic.
So cool.
It's better than anywhere we will be next week. We will be in Bermuda on Sunday. Bentley's moving to Cleveland. Leslie, hello. How are you? Hey, everyone. Tonight we have Bentlie from Carnival Cruise Lines here. Hey, Bentlie, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. So we will open it up to questions in a little bit. But Bentlie, can you give us like a little background about you, how you got into cruising and kind of how your career has led?
Yeah, definitely. So my name's Bentlie Logan. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. So if you hear a little accent, that's what it is. I have been working in travel for, probably cumulatively probably like 8 years now. My mom is a travel advisor, travel agent for the last 35 plus years. She won't let me go over 35 years. She says that's as high as I can go. So I'll be saying that for the next 20 years. And my dad used to have this job that I currently hold. And he kind of worked his way up in the rankings. So I kind of grew up in this industry. And I've been with Carnival for a couple of months now. And when I tell you, it really is, it's all about the fun here.
Awesome. That is awesome. So let's say hello to the rest of the people that are popping in here. We got Roger from Mainly Coffee. I love it's just Mainly Coffee now. Roger's big time. It doesn't even say Roger anymore. It's just Mainly Coffee. You're fancy.
Fully branded.
Yeah, totally branded. So maybe it's Roger and Sarah.
Nice logo too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very nice
beautiful logo, just like the little logo here on the coffee bag.
I love that.
Awesome.
I want to know, Roger, when we're going to see the custom bags that you sent the design of.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's a secret, Meg.
Oh, just kidding. If that was a secret, I didn't say that.
Two old farts. How you guys doing? Peter said Cleveland has some great museums. There you go, Bentlie. See, now you know.
I can't wait.
Edward Clayton, how are you, sir? Tony Diaz, how you doing, Tony? How's everything going with you? Live your best life travel. Hi, how are you today? We got Cheryl here. Hi, Cheryl. Dom just said, I hope this time AJ doesn't forget her backpack on the train again. You and me both. So, Bentlie, you missed our last cruise out of New York.
Okay.
We went on NCL Escape last September, and AJ and I took New Jersey Transit together, and we went up on the train, and we got up off the train, and we were going up into Madison Square, into like the little escalator up to Madison Square Garden there, and we were shooting some B-roll footage, and AJ turned around and said, hey, I left my wallet on the train with my passport. Perfect. And that kicked off a 3-hour saga of AJ trying to get her passport and get back to the cruise terminal, which she did.
And they made the cruise.
You did it. It worked.
That is a nightmare. I'm glad you made it. That's a nightmare. That's one of those travel nightmares that you hear about. Oh,
so crazy.
AJ and I are both taking Amtrak tomorrow. I'm leaving from Lancaster and then meeting AJ in Philly. So if they find me on the train, I will make sure that we both have all of our stuff before we get off the train. But there's also a very high chance that all of us don't see each other until we're in Manhattan. So God bless.
You can do it. I believe in you.
All right, we got Tara here. Roger said, I'm on a different computer that was logging into the business account. We found and started watching on our personal account long before reaching out to John. There you go. That's awesome. I love it. I love the professional logo. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about Carnival Cruise Line or any of the ships, any process, I know we had our MSC rep on and we talked a lot about muster because apparently nobody enjoys the muster process on MSC, which is very strange. muster process. So if anybody has any questions, please throw them into the chat. In the interim, we are going to talk a little bit about Venezia, since we are going on that ship in we're going to be there. Oh, hello there, Muppet. In less than 15 hours, we will be on board. So Bentlie, what are your thoughts on Venezia?
Yeah, so the Venezia is sort of like, well, it's Carnival Fun Italian style. That's what it's called, right? So it is just a little background on the ship. One of the brands that we own, Carnival Cruise Line, we're the largest cruise line in the world. We own 9 brands. One of the brands that we own is called Costa, and this particular ship was built for Costa in 2019, and she was built to service the Asian markets in 2019 and 2020. And I'm not going to say what happened, but I think we all know what happened. With that said, there was no need for those markets anymore. And Carnival, we have been thankfully and very, very, with all the gratitude in the world, we've been doing really well for ourselves, and we need the capacity and we needed the other ship. So we took ownership of the Venezia. We've completely carnivalized her as best as we could, but essentially it is a ship that you're going to walk onto and feel like it's made to feel that you are walking in the streets of Italy. A very, very stunning ship, a very huge grand atrium, which John or all of y'all will see tomorrow. You're going to be stunned by how beautiful it is. Lots of statues, lots of architecture that might be a little bit familiar if you've been to Italy before, but you're still going to have those fun carnival activities that we're all used to. There's still plenty of, live music, live entertainment, all of that. I would say if you want to experience this ship, it is a little bit more of an elevated experience, just because the ship itself looks a little bit more of a, not necessarily contemporary brand cruise line, which is what us, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, NCL, we all call ourselves contemporary. And then there's like a premium space, which would be more celebrity, princess, Holland America. You would kind of almost put that ship sort of with this category. So it's a little bit more of an elevated experience on board.
I love it. So we got Al. Al said, hi, all. Let's have fun. We have our first question from Tara. Tara said, when will we see more about the Celebration Key?
Yes, so it is going to be an evolution. I would say stay tuned to Carnival's Instagram, Carnival's Facebook if you're on social media. All of those details are going to come out. I will be honest with you. We are telling all of the newest and updated information to our travel advisors only, and using them as the tool to kind of learn more about Celebration Key. So we're hosting several events for travel advisors all around the country to teach them more about Celebration Key, what we have going on. I can tell you that it is going to be the largest private cruising destination. It is absolutely massive. There's 2 lagoon pools that are so large that they could actually fit an Excel class ship inside of them, respectively. So they're going to be that huge. There's going to be 6 different portals, if you will. There's an adult only portal that's like kind of like an adult only beach club. There's an adult friendly portal that's not necessarily just adult only, but more for adults. There's also what we call the Starfish Lagoon, which is going to be for our little kiddos. We're going to have a big retail space that we've partnered with the Bahamian government, because the destination is in Grand Bahama. It's over a 1.5 mile long stretch of beach. So not only do you have those huge lagoons that you can swim in and lay out by, but you also have the giant beach as well. But we've partnered with the Bahamian government to have local workers who are going to be selling crafts that they made and stuff like that, which is always nice. I think about when you're going to these destinations, you always want to support the local economy as much as possible. So I really appreciate that myself. But that's just to give you a little insight. But I would say you definitely want to get in contact with John and the team when you're ready to learn more. It's all going to be slowly but surely coming out. I would say all of the details are probably going to be out more close to September.
It's awesome. All right. Cheryl said, this is news from this week. So Cheryl said, do you know if Carnival will turn the P&O ships into more of an Australian cruise ship like they did Italian style. So if
Yeah.
anybody doesn't know what Cheryl's talking about, this week Carnival decided to shut down P&O Australia. So those ships are going to fall back into the Carnival inventory. So any news on that?
Yeah, so I don't have any details per se, but I can promise you that there will be a sort of carnivalization of these ships. Similar to the Venezia that still has the different stack, if you will. The stack is, hold on, trying to point at the horn up here.
Yep.
That's our stack. That's our signature Carnival stack. It probably most likely will not have that, but it will definitely have that pretty water sort of wave design that goes in the bottom of the ship, because that's synonymous with our brand. But we'll definitely be doing a lot of renovations to make sure that they're more sort of carnivalized ships.
Awesome. Next question is from Dom. Dom said, "Hi, Bentlie. I will be on the Venezia in August, and it'll be my first time on Carnival. Any recommendations?"
Oh my God, that's incredible. I'm so excited. You know, Dom, I would say my first recommendation is not very specific, but I would say that similar to any experience in life, you get out what you put in. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to go to like the sail away party, to go to sort of different parties in different areas, Family Feud, game nights, the Punchliner Comedy Club, like all of that. I would say try to participate as much as you want to, and try to get to know the people on board. That's half the fun, is getting to know people. I think about I've been on, so I said my family is in the travel industry. I've been on a lot of cruises, and I think about my experience, and it's really, you think about the people and the experience that you had on board. So first and foremost, like when it comes to sailing with Carnival, especially this being your first time, which I'm so excited for you, really you get what you put into it. So go towards the fun, don't run away from the fun, and really just take that opportunity to be yourself and all of that. And then of course, the second thing that I'm going to recommend to you is going to be the Italian restaurant that we have on board. Hold on, let me get the name of it really
Il
fast.
Diageo.
Yes, that restaurant, I get the most compliments. It could be because I'm based in this area and everyone goes in the Venezia, but when I tell you, when I'm at events, I have the most people come up to me and compliment me on that restaurant and how amazing the food is. So pack your stretchy pants, okay? Calories don't count on vacation. So definitely go to the restaurant for sure would be my top recommendation.
We are going there on Friday night. That's our Friday night restaurant. So
it's going to be great.
Super excited. Fred and Lisa said, Carnival Glory will always be our favorite ship. It was my husband's first cruise, and we have a lot of wonderful memories.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so sweet. Thanks for sharing.
Fred and Lisa said hello to Muppet, who was on the screen there, Meg's cat.
Oh, yes. He's
Al
a little
said the cat is cool. Yeah, Muppet's
I'm obsessed.
He's the best. He's very cuddly. He kind of thinks he's a dog most of the time.
Aw. I love that. I know I was peeping him in the background. I was like, who's that?
Yeah, he's still here. He's just hanging out.
There he is.
He's made for the camera.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's one of a kind. He goes camping with us, so he's just kind of used to getting all of the attention. Him and my dog, who you can't see her, but she's directly below us. Oh, Muppet, look, you're on the big screen.
Look on the big screen. Oh,
Muppet.
So cute.
Kevin and Carrie Ann are here. Hello, Kevin. I talked to Kevin today on the phone too. Kevin and Carrie Ann. We got Alex. Alex said, I've sailed on some other lines, including Costa and Hal, but never sailed on Carnival. Why should I sail on Carnival next? Hint, I am a foodie and enjoy good shows.
Well, first and foremost, Alex, I would say try Carnival because it's an experience unlike any other. On Holland America and on Costa, they're amazing lines, right? We own them. We love them. I've been on Holland America myself. And what I can say is when you're thinking about going on that Carnival cruise for the first time, a lot of the reason for me is like a lot of the activity that you have going on. If you are someone who enjoys live music, and live entertainment, then definitely. I'll also give you a nice statistic that I love throwing out. Right now, all of our overall satisfaction survey for everyone that's getting off board Carnival. So that's everyone who has sailed this year so far has given us a 97% rating, if you will, overall. And we're sitting at a 95% if we look at just the food category. It is definitely an experience. We have a lot of inclusions as well when it comes to our food. That's something I like to highlight too. There's other contemporary cruise lines where all the specialty dining is something you have to pay extra for, which is very customary and very normal in this industry. But thankfully with Carnival, there's a lot that's included. We partner with celebrity chef like Emeril Lagasse. I'm a huge Emeril Lagasse fan, obviously, because I'm from New Orleans, and his claim to fame is the Cajun and Creole culture and food. So that puts a big reason for me why I love the food on Carnival, because the food has flavor. I'm tough. When you grow up in New Orleans, you grow up with some of the best food in the world. I mean, it's ranked like number 6 in the entire world for food. So I love that we partner with Emeril, and it really does show on board. But additionally, we also partner with Guy Fieri. I'm a huge fan of dives, drive-ins and dives. What is it? Diners, drive-ins and dives. There it is. I'm a huge fan of that show. He has a burger joint on board. I often have people telling me it's the best burger they've ever had. Mind you, I'm telling you that people are telling me this. I don't ask them to tell me this information. People beeline it to me when they see me at a show or something. Or I was at Shake Shack last week picking up lunch for an agency, and I was wearing a Carnival shirt, and this guy came up to me and said, I really wish I was eating a Guy's burger over the Shake Shack burger that I'm about to eat right now. So anyways, lots of food inclusions. We also partner with Shack's Big Chicken, which is the chicken sandwich, right? Is it Chick-fil-A? Is it Popeyes? Or is it Shack's? You got to try it out. If you're a big foodie, I would say Carnival Cruise Line is 100% the contemporary cruise line for you. There's a lot included, a lot for you to try. But also, if we just go based off rankings, 95% is what we're sitting at right now. And I love it. That's everyone who has gotten off board and has done the survey. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll echo that. So obviously we're on cruises every month. I hadn't been on Carnival in a long time. So when I was planning to go on Jubilee, I was like really kind of concerned, like, is the food going to be good? Is the entertainment going to be good? One of my pet peeves is every time we go on a cruise and we see a comedian, it's like the worst show I've ever seen in my life, right? So on NCL, on MSC, and all the other cruise lines, I'm like, it's just all, we walk in and like most of the time we leave. So those were the two things I was really concerned about. So I will say, like, I was blown away by the food. I ate at all the specialty dining. I ate at Fahrenheit. I ate at Rudy's Sea Grill. I ate, at Shack's. I ate at Guy's. I ate at Guy's Pig and Anchor. Everything was awesome. And the comedians were amazing. I was shocked, like, whether it was like a dirty show at late or it was like a family friendly show, they were all great. And I will say, all the cruise lines are kind of making this push towards game shows, right? Because they're cheaper to license than Broadway shows. So, Royal Caribbean's doing game shows. Everybody does Deal or No Deal or whatever. NCL does Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune now. I will say Family Feud is by far the best one I've ever seen. And it was Kindle Fire and the people were great. It was awesome. You will really have a great time. And again, I think it's, a lot of the like reputation of things being wild or crazy. If one of the things I think is if you go to bed, like we never are out late, right? We're in bed by midnight at the absolute latest. Like you're not going to see any drama. A lot of the drama that happens on any cruise ship is happening at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and it's just drunk idiots. So you're going to have a great time. Go enjoy yourself. It is going to be awesome. All right. So Charlie said, Bentlie, any idea if Carnival will change the loyalty program given Royal Caribbean's recent change? So if anybody doesn't know, Royal Caribbean made an announcement this week that they're doing unilateral status match across Royal, Celebrity, and Silver Sea now. So you match up across the board. You still don't gain points if you go on the other ones, but it doesn't really matter because you'll match up. So any news on that?
Yeah, so we talked about that yesterday, actually. So there's something really important to note. Royal Caribbean owns 3 brands. We own 9. So this is we're much bigger. So with that said, I don't, we can't predict the future, right? I don't know if that is realistic for Carnival. However, I can say that we are going to be revamping our loyalty program. I don't know when. I just know that we are. And I was happy to hear that. So I can
That's awesome.
say that good things are coming. I don't think it's going to go in the direction. We're not. Royal Caribbean is their own entity and their own, and we love them. Like, I love Royal Caribbean. I've sailed on them probably 20 times. I've sailed on Carnival, like, I don't know, 17. We're not here to follow what Royal Caribbean does in really any aspect of the sense. We're both here doing different things. Yeah. So I think that's great that they can do that. But I don't even know if it would work. I mean, just my personal opinion. I don't really know logistically how that would work with, P&O and
Yeah.
Princess and, like Seabourn, it's a little bit more of a more vast portfolio, if you will.
Makes sense.
But I am excited to hear the revamping, though. I was like, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. Cheryl said, question, since some ports are wanting less people, is Carnival thinking or going to make smaller ships?
I can say that, I don't know the answer. I can only give you my educated guess. And my educated guess is that we're certainly not the cruise line that wants to have the largest cruise ship in the world. But I don't see us going towards a smaller ship direction. I think we own a lot of different brands that offer that. And I think also more so focusing on the current fleet that we have. We're doing a ton of renovations over all of we have 26 ships, 27 in 2027, and we'll 28. Well, we order a 28 for 2028, but we're acquiring 2 more for P&O. So that's obviously going to be a lot more. But I think we're less focusing on building smaller ships and more focusing on refurbishing our smaller ships that we currently have. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. Deb Stein is here. Hello, Deb. Roger said, Sarah and I want to try the Venezia at some point. Our very first cruise was on the Triumph when she was about a year old. Oh, that is awesome.
That's so cute. I love that. My first Carnival cruise was on the Conquest out of New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mine was on Valor.
Mine will be tomorrow.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Tara said, great question, Cheryl. I would love for Carnival to build smaller ships that will home port in small ports like Baltimore and Tampa. Yep.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. So Cheryl asked, why does Carnival not give military discounts on all cruises? I don't know if you know the answer.
It's one of those capacity controlled promotions. So when we get to a certain capacity of like how many people have taken advantage of the military discount, that we kind of have like a quota, if you will. So it's not necessarily, and it also goes towards demand as well. Like sometimes it's just, sometimes when it's just a premium sailing, like we don't really offer any discounts on any of them. Like you'll see that often with the Jubilee and with the Mardi Gras and the Celebration, because they are our newest ships and they are selling out. Unfortunately. And that's the other thing too. Like, I think people sometimes forget, we want to offer as many discounts as possible. Right. But also we did just get over a global pandemic. Like we're making strides towards the debt that we accumulated, like insane strides, but we're not there yet. Right. All of us big cruise lines, like we're in debt a lot. We have to we got to figure out how to, come back to where we were.
You can just triple your prices like Royal. That's all.
Yeah, but right. But also, I would say that it is unfortunate that sometimes that the military discount isn't offered on all sailings, and it is like a capacity controlled situation. But I would say that Carnival Cruise Line, like we are the cruise line for our military, and we take a lot of pride in that. On most of our ships, we have the Heroes Lounge. the Heroes Tribute Bar, and we do something every single sailing to recognize our veterans, whether that they're inactive or retired. So with that said, it's one of those things that we always want to offer, and we want to make sure that y'all, feel most comfortable with us, because we do care about you, and we do put a lot of our philanthropy in that. I hope that makes you feel a little bit better.
That's awesome. So Matt said, hi, Matt. How are you? Dom said, I did book Specialty Il Viaggio for my upcoming cruise and was offered a bottle of wine for booking on the first night. That's awesome.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So
you're gonna end up going another night. I'm just letting you know.
That is awesome.
Dom, I can't wait to hear what you think about it.
Laura Allen's here. Hi, Laura. How are you? Michael said, I would like to take one of the infamous booze cruises. Which sailing should I look at? So, Michael, I'll help you out. Anything that's 3 or 4 day out of like Miami or Port Canaveral. So those are basically like local cruises for like the Miami working people. They take like a half a day on Friday, and then they go out. And those cruises, it doesn't matter what cruise line you're on. If you do a 3 or 4 nighter out of Miami over the weekend, it is going to be a party. So those are fun and wild cruises.
That's exactly right. And that's the thing that I always say, if you want to be a part of the party, you can do those 3 or 4 nights. But if you're on a 7 night and you don't want to be a part of the party, the ships are big. You have plenty of space to get away from the party if you want.
Totally.
Or maybe if you partied a little too hard one day, stay far, far away. Yes. Sorry, I skipped ahead. Leslie asked,
go for it.
Will Carnival be adding more Excel class ships? Yes, Leslie. We just announced a couple of months ago that we're going to have another one built to arrive in 2027 and another one built to be arrived in 2028. But that will be the last of them. So 2028 is going to be our last Excel class ship, and then we're moving on to something else.
Tony Diaz said, my first cruise was on Carnival Tropical out of San Juan in 1993. Wow.
Oh my God, I love that.
Awesome. Tony went on that cruise when Meg was 3 years old.
I feel like Bentley's got to be about my age too. Like, I was not younger.
That's when I was born.
That's awesome.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I feel like younger than me.
My first cruise was when I was 3 months old. It was a Royal Caribbean cruise, but
there you go. So you also went on one in 1993.
Yep, I did too.
Yeah. Tara just said I skipped her question. Tara, what question did you ask? I don't see any other questions from you. I'm going through the comments. I did your great question, Cheryl.
It might have gotten erased. There was a spam thing that happened.
Yeah, we had a little
comments,
spam thing going on.
And AJ got rid of it, but I feel like that might have also erased.
They're covering for me. I told them if anyone named Tara asked a question, no.
Get them out.
Get them out.
Tara, throw it in the chat again because it might have gotten lost there. So Alex said, any chance Carnival will incorporate any of the Virgin Voyages differentiators like internet food hall concepts or anything like that? So, I mean,
I see this is going to be an educated guess for me. I would say that Virgin Voyages offers an amazing product, but I'd say it's very different from the Carnival brand. We are the number one, cruise line in the world for families and stuff like that. So I don't see us going in any sort of that direction. When it comes to inclusions with food, I would say we're already kind of doing that with food. Like I said, with other contemporary cruise lines, they're not including a lot of food options. Whereas we have a ton of at least, 5 or 6 different restaurants that are outside of the main dining areas that are included in your fare. So I would argue to say that we kind of are sort of in line in that aspect. And what was the other part of that? It was food and...
He said internet, but I'm not sure. Alex, if you can elaborate on that, because everybody's using Starlink now, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we are fully integrated with Starlink. Yeah. As of like a couple of weeks ago, every single ship is fully integrated with Starlink. So I believe that is what Virgin Voyages has as well.
Yeah, and the difference between, like, unless, Alex, you're talking about like including it in your cruise fare, because Virgin includes tips, gratuities, and internet in their there, and there is no specialty dining. Everything's included. So I don't know if you meant that, Alex. Let me know in the question. Hope said, is it possible for other ships to sail out of Baltimore besides the Pride?
Oh, Hope, man, when I was recently down in Miami, and when I tell you I beelined it to our chief commercial officer to ask him if we were going to get another ship besides the Pride, since the Key Bridge collapsed, which is a horrible thing. But, I was like, is there an opportunity for a larger ship? So the answer that I was given was there is an opportunity for a larger ship, but not the Excel class. There's another bridge that the ships have to get under. So there's no way that we could put a much larger ship than the Pride, but I can say that he said they're looking at other options. So I was happy to hear that.
That's exciting things. I have to say, Bentlie, I feel like, not to play favorites or anything, but a lot of times when we have guests on here and we ask them a question, there's a lot of like, oh, I can't really say, or you'll have to wait, or I'll look into that. And they're always really,
I give y'all my opinion.
I feel like you have answered every single question that has been given to you with like such knowledge.
Trying.
So
at least, and the way I see it is like, if I say, this is my educated guess, like, it's like, that's your, I'm telling you what I think I hear in the world. I'm not, it's an educated guess. Like,
no, I appreciate
I
it.
hope, and I, it was a good question. That's why I beelined it to the head honcho. It was like, Heath, what do you think about this? I had to. And
all right.
I was shut down because I want Excel class, but
yeah, absolutely. We all do.
But hey, I got a no, but there's other
better than no.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, for everybody who's joining us, thanks so much tonight. Just so you know, tonight's
did we get Tara's question?
I'm getting to it. Don't worry, we'll get to it.
Okay, sorry.
I got them. I'm lining them up. You're good.
I felt bad.
Tonight's live stream is brought to you by our friends at Mainly Coffee. If you scan the little QR code there on your phone, it will take you right to mainlycoffee.com. If you use our code, which is Bite Size Cruises, all one word, you get 10% off your order. Roger and Sarah are always here and awesome. And we will also be giving away, as you know, we'll be giving away some coffee later in the live stream, along with a book. But again, tonight's live stream is brought to you by our friends at Mainly Coffee. So up next, Dom said, Bentlie, I bought the beverage package, but I'm not allowed to use it on the first day. It seems that it starts on the second day. Do you know why that is?
Yeah, so it's because of the local governments. We have this issue in New York and Texas. Unfortunately, with the liquor license and all of that, they don't allow us to sell our alcohol or they don't allow us to use the beverage package on board. You can purchase alcohol on board, but it's not a part of your beverage package. But I'm glad that you know that at least you're not charged for it. But the reason is because of governmental restrictions.
Yep. Mike said Street Eats was fantastic. I agree. Street Eats is fantastic.
Yeah, Street Eats really is.
It's so good. Alex was talking about including like the internet and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So I would say I don't necessarily see the internet being included in our future, but I do see more food options being included.
That's awesome.
You did say
here we go. Tara's question was, oh, sorry, Meg, what'd you say?
I just said Alex did say he was a foodie. So,
sure.
He said it earlier.
So Tara's question was, are the P&O ships going to the U.S. market after they're revitalized?
I don't know. It's all brand new information. So I don't know, but I'll tell you what I hope. I hope not. I want y'all to go on Australia Carnival. I'm trying to go to Australia. I was like, should I email my boss and let him know I volunteer? Like, I'll check out the ships. I volunteer.
let me go take a look. I'll let you know.
We do already have a ship in Australia, so we're already sailing in that destination. My hope is that it'll just become that huge to where we don't need to move those ships and that they'll stay there. But there's no talk of anything about that right now. But I hope they stay. Yeah, I want to go.
Alex said, I would love a late disembarkation, but I know that's a hard sell. Yeah, that's a really tough one, Alex, with most cruise lines, with the way that they do embarkation. And look, to be honest, the way that most of the cruise lines are going, as we're seeing it now on Norwegian, getting on the ship, it's getting to be like you get on the ship, you know, you don't even start getting on until almost noon. And then with Norwegian, at least now, every cruise that I've been on in the last 5, the rooms are not ready till 2:30, 3 o'clock. So if they then started offering like a late disembarkation, like I think it would just make it way worse. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
what that is, but that is a really tough one.
That's exactly right, John. We're plagued by the turnover time.
It's so hard. It's so hard to do that. Tara said Baltimore's our home port. So awesome. Yep. 20 Fart said sorry to leave early, heading to Miami to get on the Seascape tomorrow or Saturday. 20 Farts, I hope you have a wonderful time. Let me know what you
so
think.
Much fun.
Seascape.
Yeah, I've been on that ship. It's a beautiful ship.
There you go. Meg and I did Seascape, and I just did
Love that ship.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ship. Absolutely stunning.
Mike said going on the Glory soon. Any tips?
I would say the Glory is one of those ships. Just make sure you I would say first and foremost, check out I think they refurbished like the Serenity area on the Glory recently or something like that. So check that out for sure. And then for me, it's all about the food, y'all.
Yeah.
Check out the food on board. Make sure you're going to the Punchliner Comedy Club. There's 2 different showings. There's the family-friendly showing in the beginning. There's the late showing. Depending on your mood, go for the late one. Why not?
Always go to the late one.
Go to the late one. Yeah, I would say I'm excited for you. I hope you have a great time.
Same. Yeah, I hope you have a great time, Mike. Liam is here. Hi, Liam. How are you? Hope said Baltimore also our home port. That is awesome.
Love Baltimore, y'all.
I love it. Michael said, I almost accidentally checked all my clothes the night before on my last cruise. Luckily, I had a shirt and swim shorts drying in the restroom. What would have happened if I didn't find them? You would have been screwed. Actually, it's actually pretty funny. I've had a few clients that have checked their luggage the night before. They go out drinking, and then they have to. What happens is you just generally wear. I've had people wear like the clothes from the night before out, or you can, they work things out for you. Don't worry. It's happened before to people. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's one of those things it's a long process, but it is, we do have a process for lost and found items. I would say on average, like a month turnaround time. So it does take a long time, but yeah.
Meg left her car keys in the safe on Seascape. Oh no, what ship was that? Was on Meraviglia.
That was on Meraviglia. But we were staying in the yacht club, so all I did was tell someone, and they just walked me back on the ship and then walked me right back off in about like 5 minutes.
Oh, bless.
Sweet life.
That's incredible.
Quite lucky on that one. Yep. I had to mute myself for a minute. If anyone heard that, I'm sorry. My dog just started snoring like super loud.
I love that. I love that. That's okay.
You go, Mabel.
Just living in a zoo over here.
Tara said, I'm sailing on the Pride in October. Our first Carnival ship was on Legend, small, older ship, but we had an amazing time.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's why don't knock the small, older ships, y'all. Like they're still fun. It's at the end of the day, Carnival, it's a brand. It's about the fun. It's about the ship, of course, but those small ships can be really, really fun too. And you'll love the Pride.
People that in our group of wonderful like cruise friends here that just love the small ships. They're always talking about them.
That's what it's so funny because sometimes, everyone asks me like, oh, the bigger ships, when are you getting the bigger ships? I'm like, stop discounting the small ones. We love the small ones.
Yeah.
AJ loves the small ones.
Yeah, she does.
I don't like people.
I'm with you, AJ. What I like about our ships is at least like when I was on the Jubilee, like I felt like it was huge, right? It's 6,000 something passengers, right? But it was so big that I didn't feel it. That was like the key because I'm with you, AJ. I'm like, oh God, so many people.
I didn't feel it on Jubilee either.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, the Jubilee was just, it's just so big inside.
Yeah, it's
right?
spread out really well. Yeah,
like everything is up, 3 decks, and it's just huge.
It is. Alex said Bentlie for cruise director. There you go.
I'm ready. I would do it too. It'd be fun.
That's a great job. That's a really fun job. JC said the good thing about add-ons being extra, like drink packages and internet, is if you don't want those, you're not paying for it, making the cruise more affordable for those that can do
Right.
without. Very true.
And also, if you think about the drink package not being included on the first day, I mean, you get on the ship at what time? Do you really want to be paying for a full day of a drink package when you're not going to get a full day of drinking? I'm just saying.
It's a fair point. So Cheryl said, would Carnival do door-to-door services for some of their ships? I don't think Carnival does that.
I'm sorry, John. What is door-to-door service?
Silver, if you cruise on like Silver Sea or some of the other ones, they will pick you up at your house and do like door-to-door service.
That is what I need.
Yeah,
in life,
same.
John. I need that in everyday life. I need door-to-door. Is there a sign-up sheet?
Yeah, you pay for Silver Sea, you can do it. I don't know many cruise lines that offer that service. So
yeah, it's Silver Sea does it. Crystal. They're coming back, right? They did it. Those who else does it? Regent. I don't know.
I don't think Regent does. I don't know.
I would venture to guess the answer would be no.
Yeah, I would too. Leslie said, Bentlie, will Carnival ever bring back the fantasy class ships like Celebration, which at the time was much smaller, miss the fascination?
So we're not really more. So I say looking back, I mean, the Celebration is already recreated in the Excel class. Yep. So I would say probably not, but you never know what the future holds. I don't really have like a good answer for that one, but probably not, but we'll see.
Roger said, small ships are great. We love them. Laura said, I would much rather go on small ships, more port choices and less crowds.
I hear you. Yeah.
And then Tony Diaz said, this line is used so often. My favorite ship is whichever I'm on.
I love that.
So true. Michael asked, does Carnival charter their ships out like NCL does with the big nude boat?
We don't partner with the nudists per se. But we do charters. Yes, we do.
Everybody does charters.
Yeah, charters are, they're, they never, it's a needle in a haystack sort of situation. Yeah. But yeah, we will not be doing the nude ones. I can tell you that.
Brett and Lisa said, that's okay, AJ. My husband is quiet like you, and I'm more like Meg, outgoing. I'll chat with everybody. There you go. Yeah. Meg said, that's why AJ and I get along. They're the black cat and my golden retriever. There you go.
Absolutely.
AJ and I will tell clients. So in our other company where we build websites and everything, AJ and I will always be on projects together, and we tell all of our clients it's why we make like one really great human.
I love that. It's the best thing I've ever heard. Together we're amazing. I love it.
All right, so this is good. We had a lot of questions tonight.
I love it.
Megan, AJ, what are you guys the most interested or excited about for going on your first Carnival cruise?
Well, we've talked a lot about the people watching, but I'm definitely the most excited for the food. I think that's going to be great. I also really like the itinerary. Now you see the other one getting closer. Again, I live in a zoo. I love the idea of the sea day, a day in Bermuda, a sea day. It just feels like the perfect weekend.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. And people watching is on point.
Always.
There's
Silent Bob, how about you?
So much to see.
Silent Bob? Really? I dressed up as Silent Bob one year for Halloween.
There you go. What are you looking forward to the most? The Serenity deck? You're just looking for peace and quiet?
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I'll tell you, AJ, what you're looking forward to. The Serenity deck.
Yep.
Getting some reading in,
Yeah.
Are you bringing any projects with you, AJ?
I don't know if I am. I haven't decided. Maybe.
You got 12 hours.
AJ crafts on some of them when we go, so it's exciting to see what they have by the end.
I might bring the mesh
I
top
made-
I'm working on.
I printed out our little thing so we can hide some ducks.
Little ducks.
So I'd hide some ducks.
That's adorable.
Thank you. It's not super unique. It's kind of what they all end up saying, like, "Oh,
Nah, it's all right.
what luck you found a duck."
Still cute. They're still
It's cute.
All right. Cheryl said, "Does Carnival swap out their main shows during the year, or does the same show just keep going on and on?"
Great question, Cheryl, that I do not know the answer to. But I can get you the answer. John, do you have Cheryl's email or something that I can get it? 'Cause
I can.
I don't know. I know we partner with Playlist Productions. I mean, I know that, but I don't know if they change it out every year or how often they change the shows. I feel like it's every couple of months. I thought it was season based.
Yeah, they change the regular production shows change multiple times per year based on, different things that are going on. Any of the like larger production shows, like Broadway shows or anything like that, are under agreements. So those run the length of the license. Hence the reason that the stupid Cats is still on Oasis of the Seas. It's a license. So
that's really funny. I feel like I have I'm going to keep digging for the answer because I think I have it in my notes, but
there you go. All right. Duke said, "What Carnival ships has the best Cloud 9 thermal area? The Cloud 9 rooms are the only way I've done Carnival."
I would focus on the Excel class for sure, but the Vista class right before also has great thermal areas. You can see the pictures of the thermal areas on our website under each ship. You can see pictures. I know this because it's funny. I recently had to do a PowerPoint with different pictures of different ships. And I figured out that the thermal suites were different in all the ships. So I just figured that out last week.
Awesome.
I would focus on the Excel class though, for sure. If you're looking for a larger area.
Leslie said, "Bentlie, does Carnival do lobster night anymore?"
Another great question that I do not know the answer to.
Yeah, they do.
I was like, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Cheryl asked, "When did AJ get a figment under her name?" So we can change those. We put those little things in there, and AJ just puts it in there to be a figment of your imagination.
Yeah,
So
I think 2 weeks ago I said I was just a figment of John and Meg's imagination. I like to keep it moving. It's been a bunch of things. You never know what it's going to be.
I think mine's been the same since.
Yes, me too.
I don't know, since we started. I guess I should come up with a new one. Drop it in the chat if you have a good one for me.
Yeah, give Meg a fun name.
Any fun names?
Alex said, "Is Carnival going to build the next big ship, or what should we expect in the future? The Costa Carnival ships look so cool."
Alex, I would say that it's not our goal to build the biggest ship or anything like that, but it is our goal to continue with innovation and everything that we've done. For example, Carnival's the first cruise line to do a roller coaster. We're the first cruise line to do a water park, all of that. So I would say less focus on the size, more focus on the innovation and what entertainment and stuff can be included on these ships.
That's awesome. Tony Diaz said, "John, you're making me think twice about booking Cats." Yeah, Tony. So here's my thing on Cats, right? Like, Cats was groundbreaking in like the 80s. I get it. It was fine, but we were on Oasis back like a month apart. So we were there, and Meg wanted to at least try Cats.
I had never seen Cats.
We got 16 minutes or so in.
And I couldn't do it. It was atrocious.
Here's what to do. Ask somebody on the first night how long into the show they play Memories, and then just sneak in the theater, listen to Memories, and then leave. There you go.
It was, I think, the dancing cockroaches. Like, I just, at that point, I was like, you know what? I can't. I'm out. And I'm all for the weird. So it's very rare for me to walk out of a show. I'll walk out of a comedian pretty often, or not comedian, a magic act pretty often. But other than that, I normally am in there for the long haul. JC
said, "Wasn't Figment an Epcot character back in the day?" Yes. And AJ, obviously loves that person, and she has shirts and everything for Figment.
I have a little shoulder pal of Figment. He hangs out in my car.
That's really cute.
It's
I'm
super
adorable.
We did Epcot one time, and I think that's where didn't you got something from Figment?
Cool. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, shirt that time.
Yeah.
Grew up listening to Cats. You grew up
There you
listening
go.
Midnight All
That's it.
Alone. What a great song. I also grew up listening to Cats. However, it was on the infomercial or you know what
that's
I'm
awesome.
talking about? Y'all know,
Yes.
y'all have to know that TV commercial where it always came, it was like midnight. And it was like, was it like the greatest hits of all time CD?
I remember. Yep.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I absolutely do. Yeah.
Like, then a one-time opportunity to buy it for $19.99, you know, like in the square. It had the square.
That's awesome.
What a time to be alive.
It was like the
Commercial
Now
break.
This Is Music CD for musicals.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I love it.
Cheryl said, is Carnival going to make more rooms for solo cruisers?
I haven't heard anything about making more rooms for solo cruisers.
I have not either.
I've heard people ask, and they were told no. But that was when I started. So I was like, you never know, but I don't think that's the direction. No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Tara said, can you tell me what's different about the Carnival Journeys cruise? I'm going on one next November out of Baltimore. Very excited.
Yeah. So the Journeys cruises offer something a little bit different in terms of, first and foremost, we really call it Journeys because the length. They are longer. So that's really the main differentiator. It's just the amount of time that you're on the cruise. But the other part of it is the entertainment. There's going to be more entertainment offerings and more variety, as well as like the food offerings and stuff like that. They really put a lot of work into making sure that there's a ton of variety everywhere on board. So it doesn't feel like you're stuck, you're on the ship for 11 days and you're eating the same thing over and over again. They also have when I say entertainment, I don't just mean like the shows. I mean like the activities and stuff like that. They introduce a lot of new stuff on those sailings.
Is the theme song for those sailings Don't Stop Believing?
No, they're not paying for that licensing.
It certainly should be. I think everyone paid for that licensing for that song.
You're not kidding. That song.
It's the most
everywhere.
one of the most overplayed songs you've ever heard.
It really
Wasn't it on every iPod Nano or iPod?
No, that was U2. That was U2.
That was U2. Yeah.
My dad still complains about that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like people complaining about like getting free music. Like I understand people didn't want it, but also like let's talk about a first world problem. Like you were given a free music, and it's the end of the world.
Well, that is like when people ask me like, what do you do for fun? And like I like the modern conveniences of this world. Like that's what I do. I find things that make things slightly more convenient for me. Like I have scrunchies that go around my wrists when I wash my face. Like, you know what I mean? Like the modern day.
I understand that.
You know, like I can, it was free though. It automatically devalued the album though.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Roger said, question, will Carnival ever status match? In other news, in the moment Phantom of the Opera is offered on board a ship, I'm booking it. Same, Roger, same.
Yeah. I love Phantom of the Opera. It's one of my favorite all-time musicals of all time. No conversations about status matching. But they did say that they're changing the loyalty program. Or they're going to be updating it. So you never know. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Michael said, interested in holiday cruises. How do the big three, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year, compare on board?
I would say there's really no comparison. There's so much activities that we plan around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's for each of the cruises. So I would say it's really more your personal preference on when you want to sail. They do a lot. for all holidays. I would even argue that like don't knock out Halloween if you love Halloween, because those are really fun cruises. They do a ton of different special themed dinners and entertainment and like barbecues and stuff up top, all that sort of stuff. So I would say it's not no more different holiday has less fun options, I would say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Can't go wrong with anything.
Tara said, Bentlie is awesome. I love her energy.
Thanks. I try to match the energy of the cruise ships.
Yes. This I thought was CeeLo Green real quick, and I was really excited that CeeLo Green was in our live stream, but it's not. It's Kelso Green. But they asked the same question about status match, which we already answered. I just threw it up there because I thought it was CeeLo Green. Alex said, Bentlie rocks.
Thanks.
Cheryl said, do the medical staff in colder cruises like Alaska get trained for more mishaps dealing with climate like frostbite and stuff?
Oh yeah, 100%. Our medical staff is top notch on board. I mean, it's real doctors and nurses and all of that who are fully trained. We're not picking up the 3-day EMT. You know what I mean? Yeah. 100%.
Dom said, Bentlie is by far the best rep we've had thus far. Keep up the good work. There you go.
Oh, thanks. I try so hard.
Peter said Les Mis over Phantom. I agree. I like both.
God, I agree.
Les Mis for sure. Yeah.
Les Mis is otherworldly. It really, then it's like Les Mis or Wicked. I don't know, guys. It's hard.
I go Les Mis over Wicked. They're both.
Les Mis is so good. I can sing every single song for you right now. Acapella.
We're going to do from 8 to 9. We're going to do Les Mis. So you can all leave. We're going to do Les Mis.
You guys do that. I'm going to pack for the cruise tomorrow.
This into that? Should I put on the music? All of a sudden, we're singing to the people.
We're going to get kicked off of YouTube for doing Les Mis.
Let's do it. That's the next YouTube live. Stay tuned. Next week, Les Mis, brought to you by Awesome. Cruises.
Yeah. It's going to be a long night, kids. Strap in.
Yeah. This is a 3+ hour production.
We're doing it the full production too.
Who's the best cruise director?
There you go.
Oh my gosh. See, that's hard. But I have to go with my guy and hold on. I'll tell you his name in a second. Because I just followed him on Instagram. I'm such a loser.
That's awesome.
And I'll tell you what ship he's on because I'm obsessed. Gosh, what is his name? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm the worst.
Carnival's got a lot of great cruise directors. So
I know. And then there's the girl on the Jubilee. I'm obsessed with her. I can't remember her name. It's Sarah.
Kindle Fire.
I'm obsessed with her. Like
awesome.
Her energy and her presence, like, is incredible. So I would probably I'd have to put her as my number one. But there's another guy whose name I have to tell you because he's awesome.
No problem. Cheryl said, does the main dining room on Thanksgiving serve turkey and all the fixings? They sure do.
Oh yeah.
Tara said, Halloween group cruise 2026 on Carnival. There you go.
There we go.
Halloween. I'm telling you.
Bentlie,
Lee is the cruise director that I'm talking about on the Carnival Celebration, Lee Mason.
Yeah, Lee Mason is like the number one cruise director. That's like everyone's number one cruise director.
He's incredible.
Yeah,
like,
he's really good.
Kendall Fires, she's right there with it though.
Yeah, she was great. Roger said, question, with all the drama at Bar Harbor, is Carnival looking for other ports of call aside from Portland? Roger obviously lives in Maine, so.
We're always looking for other ports. That's something that, like, our Carnival's business strategy is really to have more ports, because the idea is to have more people who can drive to our ports. It's a lot easier. So the answer is always yes to that question. We are always looking at ports. The problem is, can the ports handle us?
Yeah.
And that's where, you get into the conversations that, Carnival needs to have with the port authorities and the port, and who, what they can handle. And if it's really not a matter of, do we want to be there? It's a matter of, are they willing to do what we require of them to have us? Does that make sense?
Totally.
Like, we need to make sure we have a lot of parking. We're not going. Like, you got to build parking garages. You got to, outsource or something. You got to make us feel like people are going to have a good port experience when they're sailing on Carnival through those ports.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Dom said, I liked 6 on NCL. I did too, Dom. Unfortunately, 6 is no longer on NCL, nor is Footloose, nor is Avenue Q.
Oh,
that's a shame.
Avenue Q had been on a cruise ship?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about Footloose, but yeah.
Footloose, yeah.
No, Avenue Q had been on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Avenue Q, classic.
Nurse Tara said, I would love to work on a cruise ship. Not sure if I could bring my husband. That's the whole fun of it, Tara. You just go and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, no. Leave them at home. Happy wife, happy life. Happy on a cruise ship.
9 months. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Come on.
Leslie said, Bentlie, you're absolutely right. Journey cruises are the best 14 days out of Baltimore Carnival Legend. It was full of past and present military fun trip.
Oh, I love that. Thanks for sharing, Leslie. I love hearing stuff like that. That's awesome.
Cheryl said, hopefully we can keep getting great guests like Bentlie. Very informative. Thanks for all the info. It's awesome.
Look, I told y'all next week, Les Mis live.
Les Mis live. The whole show.
What I started to say and we got distracted. Bentlie, we do a group cruise every Halloween. And when Tara said that one, we should do one on Carnival and you should come with us.
There you go.
I'm telling you right now, all we need is John to send an email to my boss. Look, I'm ready to do this group. I need Bentlie as an escort.
There we go.
I am there. I love it.
We would have a phenomenal time.
You want me to dress up as, I'll dress up.
It's awesome. We will do Les Mis live on the Halloween cruise.
Yes.
Yes.
We have to rehearse.
We should,
my vocal cord.
We should rewrite it so that it can all take place on a cruise ship, and then 100%. Do the bite-sized cruises version of Les Mis.
That's all we need.
We'll do like the Titanic version.
I'm ready.
It's a good theme.
I'm ready for my Anne Hathaway sobbing on stage. Like, I'll do it.
I have the right hair to be Anne Hathaway on the stage. Leslie Trent said Cookie is the best cruise director. Michael said Lee Mason. There you go.
Lee Mason.
Tara said, exciting to know, Leslie. I'll be on the Pride next November, 14 nights. There you go.
That's awesome.
Alex said, I'm following Kendall and Lee while I wait. Cleveland is a great port. Just kidding. It's super close.
Yeah, it's the cruise capital of the country, Cleveland. That's what I heard.
The land. Bentlie said, Carrie Ann said, Bentlie is great. Thank you, Carrie Ann.
Thank you.
Michael said, hey, John, are you Meg and AJ related? So kind of.
I get this question a lot.
Yeah, we're just.
Doesn't everybody believe that it would be John is the older brother, AJ's the middle child, and I'm the youngest? Like it fits, right? That we're all siblings. We tell people that on cruises often.
We've all just been working together for a very long time. So we have a marketing company as well. So AJ was like the first person that I hired. I had like one person I started the company with, and then AJ was the first employee. So she's almost 11 years. And then Meg is going on over 4 years now. So yeah, we're just around each other and we go on cruises all the time. So we're not related, but we kind of are.
John was the speaker at my wedding.
Yeah.
So he also has like a very strong bromance with my husband.
Love that. Love a good bromance. That's what I watch the shows for. Like The Bachelorette, I'm just watching it for the bromances.
That's awesome. Tara said we love Carnival in Baltimore. Hope they don't leave.
Oh gosh, no. We're not leaving Baltimore. Don't worry. We're very happy to be back in port. Very, very happy.
JC said Bentlie has been a fantastic guest.
Oh, thank you.
Tara said, is the port in South Carolina closing?
I don't know any specifics, but I can tell you that I've heard that those conversations of, is the port equipped enough to provide a good experience for our Carnival guests getting on board? That is always the question. I don't think so, though. I think that it's in the port's best interest to listen to us.
Yeah.
They want us there. So if they're willing to put in the work, I can say that we'll be there for as long as they're willing to put in the work.
It's awesome. Cheryl said she'd drag her husband to the Halloween cruise. Tara said we need Bentlie on the group cruise.
I need to be on the cruise. I'm sold.
You can come on this one. It's just not on. Unfortunately, it's not on Carnival. But if you just want to go on a cruise to have fun,
let's go.
Come on our cruise.
You could dress up like the Carnival, creepy towel animal person, and just come on the World Caribbean ship with us.
Oh, yeah. It'll be great.
That's awesome.
I love it.
We'll sneak you on. It's fine.
Just bring you on.
It'll be fine.
Let's give some stuff away. We're doing a long one tonight. So let's give away some stuff. First up, we are going to give away some coffee. Roger was nice enough to send us some brand new coffee. So right now we have our Total Eclipse blend that we're going to give out. So AJ's going to spin the old wheel.
I had some of that this morning. It's so good.
Awesome. I love the name of it, Total Eclipse.
Yeah.
It's Total Eclipse of the Heart. Are we singing that too?
Sure.
Obviously.
Liam, congratulations.
Woohoo!
Congrats, Liam.
Anybody that wins, please send me your address I'm putting my email in the chat. Send me your address and we'll ship that out. Next up, we're going to do a book. We are doing this week Looking for Alaska by John Green. This is a fun.
Gosh, I haven't read that in years.
I know, it's a great book. So we will be shipping this bad boy out when we get back from our trip. So here we go. We're going to spin the wheel again. CeeLo Green with the win. All right. I love it. Go do a little Forget You remix too while we're here with the little CeeLo Green. Cheryl said, question, is Juneau the only port to have so many taxes? No, they're not the only port to have so many taxes. Taxes are going up, especially VAT taxes are going up across the board at cruise ports. So Nassau has additional VAT now. Even if you go on like Royal Caribbean, if you go on Perfect Day now, Perfect Day has additional VAT charges. So no, it's going to be something of the future. So Roger said, Bentlie, we are based in Millinocket, Maine, and we were on a path of totality back in April for the eclipse. So,
oh, that's incredible. I was in a meeting for Carnival during the eclipse.
Working away.
Like, this sucks. And the West Coasters were all like, oh, did everybody see the eclipse? I'm like, it's literally outside my window right now, but I'm looking at your faces, which I love. I love your faces. I love looking at y'all's faces. But man, if there was ever a time that I wanted to skip a meeting, but we didn't. In Philly, it was cloudy. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, I couldn't see it. It was cloudy.
I didn't see it anyways.
I happened to walk out and the clouds parted very briefly.
Oh, good for you. I love that. I was also more stressed. I didn't get the sunglasses either. And then I was like, my dog, she doesn't have sunglasses either. And I got to worry about her eyes.
I had the same exact thought. I was like, well, Mabel can't go outside. She doesn't have sunglasses on.
She doesn't have sunglasses. Well, and it's funny because actually, she does have sunglasses. I do have a pair of sunglasses. We have matching heart sunglasses. But
you can wear those to the Halloween cruise. Just hide the dog. Bring her with you.
I would bring her. I heard Royal Caribbean has a dog.
They do.
My dog is ready and willing to be the Carnival dog.
That's awesome. All right, we have one more question here from West Coast Culture. Question for Bentlie: what is going on with the long embarkation times at the Long Beach terminal for Firenze? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's so I got that question recently. It's just the port, from what I've talked to one of the other BDMs who is based out of New York, and he said the reason being is because of it's just a difficult port in general. It's not our favorite port. It's kind of hard to navigate, and it takes a long time to get everybody to get through it. So that's what I've been told. I don't know if that really answers your question, but it's just one of those things.
JC said Bentlie has the wrong job. She should be a cruise director. There you go.
I've been told that before too.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Bentlie, thank you so much for coming on tonight. You were amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody, we will be on the Venezia tomorrow morning. We are going to try to do a live stream sail away. So we shall see how the internet performs for us. We will do some type of video when we get on the ship tomorrow. We will try to do cruise news on Sunday morning from the ship. If not, I have something loaded up just in case it doesn't work.
And
but
we have a
otherwise,
special announcement tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to have a special announcement tomorrow from the ship. So we'll be doing that. And then next week, we will be back with the live stream Wednesday evening. I think next Wednesday, we're going to have a insurance specialist on, which is riveting, I know, to talk about travel insurance, which is important, but won't be
riveting.
And then
please
the
get
next
travel
week
insurance.
After that, next week after that, we will have another guest on, yet to be named. So thank you so much, everyone. We will see everybody tomorrow from the Venezia, and hope everybody has a wonderful week. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Bentlie.